Welcome to the Frosttown exhibit and this narrated video on the history of Frosttown through historic maps. I'm Dr. Alex Smith, the Director of Frosttown Archaeology, and I'm excited to take you on this journey. The RMSC Cumming Nature Center is located in the Bristol Hills, which you can see from this map from Google Earth from 2023. The area is lush and verdant, and if we zoom in a little bit here, you can see that the Nature Center is seemingly surrounded by unending forest. It was not always this way, however. Starting in the 1790s, Euro-Americans started settling the area and establishing logging camps, clear-cutting the area around. You are located at this X right here, approximately, at the Cumming Nature Center Welcome Center. And if we go back in time to our first available map from 1852, you can see that the area was surrounded by quite a few individuals. There are some names that will come up over and over again, and indeed some families you can see to your right, including the Macomber family, whose pictures are located on the walls to your right, as well as the Wilcox family. These names will come up again and again throughout the maps that you will see. A name that won't come up again is Narracong, but that is a site that Frosttown Archaeology has been excavating for a number of years at this point. You can also see traces of what was once the Frost Hill Road, or Frosttown Road, that no longer exists in the landscape. In 1859, you can see that there's a large concentration of individuals around the intersection of what was Frost Hill Road and Gulick Road, but we still have some similar or familiar names in the landscape to comment on. One of whom is the Macomber family, again located near where the current Nature Center is. The Wilcox family is still up there, and they will remain in that place until the early 20th century. The Narracong household is now called the Hall household, and that is what we refer to our site at the Nature Center, whose objects are right behind you. You can also see school number 9 first appears on this map, as well as S Mills, which are sawmills located throughout the landscape. And finally, the Gordon Brown house was also a site of excavation for Frosttown earlier on. In 1874, this is arguably the most concentrated settlement around Frosttown. You can see there's a number of households lining Gulick Road. Again, with the familiar Macomber household, still located near the Nature Center, though they've shifted locations a little bit, and we actually excavate this household during Family Archaeology Day. The Hiram Abbey site, which is a large complex that is noted many times in the historical record, and we've located archaeologically. The Hall site is now called the McGeary site. And there's also the Frosttown Road, which goes all the way down to what was the town of Gulick, another ghost town in the region. This final arrow is approximately where the town center of Gulick was, another logging town that has been lost to time. In 1904, you can see that the landscape has changed significantly. In the early 20th century, most of the area around Frosttown was abandoned for numerous reasons, which you can read about on the exhibit walls. The school is still there. It wouldn't be abandoned until the 1920s and sold as a private residence, actually. And the Macombers are still there as well. They would later leave this household, and today the Nature Center Welcome Center is located just on that property. But of course, the Wilcoxes are still there as well, and today that is still a private residence located on Gulick Road. Finally, this map right here is a property map from the consolidation of the space that would precede the Cumming Nature Center. So a man named Bombright actually collected these lands together, these plots, and created a sort of hunting lodge for himself. There's still elements of the Frost Hill Road, now listed as abandoned road in the map. But this collection of space was later sold to the Cumming family, and then later sold to the RMSC, or donated, as the Cumming Nature Center property. If we let that map drift away, we come back to 2023 and we can see the lush landscape is there with us again. So these maps represent resources that were collected at area libraries, that were collected through open access resources such as Library of Congress, but they are municipal and insurance maps from the 19th century, which are actually usually publicly available. They give us an immense amount of information in terms of settlement density and indeed how much archaeological remains are really out there. So if you have a property near this site, you can take a look at it yourself online and see many different potential foundations that could be on your property. Finally, thank you for watching this video, but this has all been made possible by a grant from the ACLS and SUNY Brockport, and thank you again for visiting the Frosttown exhibit.